deploying the frontier in July 2026. The Strategic Operators Playbook for GPT-5.6, Claude Fable 5, and the Open Weight Shift. July 2026 opens with a genuine deployment paradox. On one side, the best model on paper is currently unreachable. GPT-5.6 is gated behind a U.S. government-coordinated preview, with only about 20 partners, since June 26. On the other side, the strongest available model just returned to the market. Claude Fable 5 was globally restored on July 1 after an 18-day export control suspension. The key insight: evaluating AI this month is an access decision, not just a leaderboard comparison. The GPT-5.6 capability architecture rests on 3 pillars. Pillar 1, Luna, the fastest, $1 input, $6 output per million tokens, targeting routine, high-volume, latency-sensitive tasks. Pillar 2, Terra, the balanced option, $2.50 input, $15 output, targeting everyday production, matching GPT-5.5 performance at roughly half the price. And Pillar 3, Sol, the flagship, $5 input, $30 output, targeting long-horizon coding, security, and complex agentic workflows. Engineering taste matters here, max versus ultra reasoning. Max mode uses one model with one elongated chain of thought for rigorous logical processing. Ultra mode uses parallel subagent orchestration, splitting complex work across multiple subagents that merge their results, accelerating long-horizon execution. Massive context now meets hardware acceleration. Where the GPT-4 era topped out around 128,000 tokens, GPT-5.6 offers a 2 million token context window, enabling full repository analysis and long-horizon coherence without chunking strategies. And Cerebra's infrastructure deployment pushes processing speeds up to 750 tokens per second, making interactive agentic workflows viable at scale. On TerminalBench 2.1, OpenAI's vendor-selected launch chart, GPT-5.6 Sol in Ultra mode sets a new state-of-the-art record at 91.9%. Sol in Max mode scores 88.8%. Claude Mythos 5 follows closely at 88.0%. And GPT-5.5, the prior generation, sits at 83.4%. This redefines the agentic coding ceiling. Domain specialization is showing up in high-stakes ambiguity. In computational biology, on GeneBench Pro, Sol achieves a 31.5% pass rate with Pro mode, tackling research-level ambiguity where previous frontier models like GPT-5 scored below 5%. In cybersecurity, on Exploit Bench, it competes with Mythos Preview using only 1/3 of the output tokens, shifting the efficiency frontier for vulnerability research and controlled exploitation. The token economics funnel is more complex than base rate cards suggest. GPT-5.6 introduces explicit cache breakpoints that alter operational costs. Starting from 1 million input tokens at the uncached base rate, cache writes are billed at 1.25 times the uncached input rate, for example, $6.25 per million for Sol. Cache reads retain the standard 90% discount, dropping to 50 cents per million for Sol. The constraint, a 30-minute minimum cache life, radically alters the cost of persistent, long-horizon tasks. Now the capability versus blended cost reality, computed at a representative 3-to-1 input-to-output workload mix. GPT-5.6 Sol comes in around $11.25 blended, but it's a gated preview, even at 91.9% on TerminalBench. Claude Fable 5 is available today at around $20 blended, scoring 80.3% on SecureBio Pro by vendor benchmark. And Claude Sonnet 5 cheaper introductory pricing of $2 and $10 makes it the production default over Opus 4.8 for most daily workflows. The insight: Sol is roughly 44% cheaper than Fable 5 on a blended basis, if you can get access. While Fable 5 was suspended and Sol was gated, the open weight gap closed to single digits. GLM 5.2, under an MIT license, is now the strongest self-hostable coding model, 62.1% on SecureBio Pro, a 1 million token context window, and $1.40 input, $4.40 output pricing on the hosted API. The strategic rule: for budget-constrained or air-gap deployments, Open weights are now production ready. Navigating the split rollout timeline, GPT-5.6 from OpenAI launched its limited preview on June 26 to about 20 vetted partners, with expected general availability by mid-July 2026. Claude Fable 5 from Anthropic was suspended globally on June 12, had global access fully restored on July 1, and on July 8 its included usage window ends, with standard metering beginning at $2,000 per day ceiling. This gives us an access-adjusted decision matrix. Needed in production today, with an absolute ceiling required? Stay on Claude Fable 5, but model your July spend against incoming metered rates. Needed today for cost-sensitive daily work? Claude Sonnet 5 at its $2 and $10 introductory pricing. Are you an OpenAI enterprise customer with an account rep? Request a Sol evaluation, run a fixed harness eval before shifting production traffic. And if you're air-gapped or have a high-volume budget constraint, GLM 5.2 offers the best open-source value, with a 1 million token context window. The closing principle: build for architectural agility. Rigidity is dead. The frontier shifts too quickly to rely on single-vendor lock-in. And benchmark deltas are now substantially a property of the agentic scaffold, not just the model itself. The operator's playbook. Pick by access and workload today. Keep your harnesses portable via unified API gateways, routing your enterprise application across Claude, Opus 4.8 or Fable 5, GPT-5.6 Sol, and sub-frontier or open-weight models, and treat Sol's eventual general availability as the trigger to rerun your internal evaluations.